It looks so elegant and wonderful with our bed. We don't need to put anything else on the wall. I just love the finished results and how it looks. It's stunning.
Hi everyone, I'm Michael with Behind the Wall with Euro Critique. Today we're going to show you how simple it is to install the wall panels on this bedroom wall. Very simple and easy step by step. What we've done so far is we've moved the bed away from the wall, so we have plenty of working space, as you can see behind there now. And now we're getting ready to do the prep. So in wall prep, it's very important to take a very light, damp rag and just to clean anything off like dust, any speckles of something that the adhesive won't stick to. For you DIYers that are beginning, I highly recommend that you do turn the power off to your receptacles before you go ahead and remove the blade covers, potentially for a shock hazard. Other than that, just be careful and remove them. Save your screws, don't lose your screws. So the next step is layout. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure the plank of the panel that we're installing, which we already did. We found they're 12 inches wide. We're gonna go ahead and measure the wall to see our layout, to see how they're gonna fit on the walls. And then we'll do some easy math to figure that out, and we'll show you in a second. And this laser we put on the outside of the panel. So when we're placing the panel, we will know exactly where the beam plumb for the panel and where the outside edge should be. Here we are, we're in our garage. We found a space, nice big space. You can use any space you could do out in the driveway, in the garage. It's nice shaded in here. What I've done is I've laid out the boxes, the cartons. They are 9.5 feet in length, so make sure you have plenty of room. I don't like to take them out, only with the ones that I'm going to be working with, so they don't get damaged. I pre-cut all the boxes to tape so they're easy attainable to get out of the box. Second thing you're gonna need is a compound miter saw. This is very important. You need one that actually has the full reach to be able to cut through the plank. And then secondly or thirdly, we make sure we use the right adhesives. This is to adhere the panels to the wall. It's a nice multi-purpose Loctite. And with the Loctite brand too, is I like to use the Ultimate and Crystal Clear. This one here is used to seam them together. So when we put when the first board's on, the second one's gonna come and seam and lock in. We put a nice bead right down, it's clear. So if any excess gets on, it doesn't disturb or show up, if that matter. And now we're ready to cut our material. However, I have a few technical details to go over with you. First of all, always wear protective eyewear and protective clothing that can't get caught in your saw, etc. With the saws, it's required that you have from 80 to 100 teeth blade, 12-inch saw with a full radius that you can actually pull and be able to cut past your material. And then swiftly, we don't want you doing it slowly, we really want you to push fast. And we'll go ahead and cut a piece for you in just a little bit as we get started. Very normal. After the cuts, you're gonna get these little burrs, these little plastic burrs, and they just peel off real simple. So as we're measuring second time here, we actually cut this piece short. It is very common, and I always tell everybody, make sure you have 10% waste factor. Sometimes there's a weird cut, weird angle, something. That's what the customer's paying for, is the extra pieces. It's not guaranteed that we're going to be perfect every single time. So please order extra material so you're not short on the job. Ready to put our first panel on. And so down below we're showing two different caulking guns. Now the manual one, you can use it with both cartridges, they work. But Brian has a power gun, and it saves you time, money, and your wrist. So he has them both loaded, ready to go. The manual one's gonna have the clear silicone, as I spoke about before. So now Brian's gonna go ahead and show us, or actually apply it to the product and show you how much material you should put on the panel. So as you can see, we applied the adhesive to the panel, but I want to take note that you want to stay off of the edges, keep it back inside, because as he puts the board up, the glue is going to push out, and we don't want it coming and sticking out past the panel. As you can see, we installed our first panel and we're giving it a good rub down. This product should dry or make that contact within 10 seconds, so it won't just fall off the wall. We started in the center again, so now we're in center. Now we're going to go ahead and start applying the panels from right, and we'll alternate them as we go, or we could just do this whole side first and then we could do that side. But now we know that the walls has a center line. Our layout's going to turn out perfect. Wait and see. So now that we have actually the primary panels, meaning that you always want the center one and the one to the left and right, you square it up, you get everything secure, you pretty much are going to follow each step randomly. Start on one side, finish it up, and then you start again. Now you're ready on the left side, and you just, same thing, same procedures, follow it up. So at this point, as I mentioned, we have receptacles that we have to cut out. And so we've installed up to this point, this will be the panel that goes over. And to cut a receptacle out, you need to measure 3 times and cut once. And with this one here, it's going to be a little more difficult because we have to cut actually a hole into the panel. As you can see, we've already marked it out. We've measured 3 times. And we're gonna get ready to cut once. So we have to cut this hole because that hole is gonna fit that receptacle so we can put it in. And so now we're gonna leave it over to the expert to cut this. So we've installed the panel with the cutout for the receptacle. We measured 4 times, we cut once, and it turned out perfect. I can't tell you how important it is for you to measure, because if you goof up on this cut, you've just lost a whole panel. So measure, measure, measure. Anyway, take a look at it. We're finished. You know, with the right team, you can get the right things done at the right time. So basically a half day, but again, it's with the right team. And this product was so simple to work with.